And we are live from Bye Bye City. Oh, there's a X jerk in here. Think we need to add X jerk as a moderator. Yeah, there you go. I like that name. How's everybody doing today? We have a lot to talk about, but one of the most important things are the contest and the drawing for PHP. That's Philippine pesos 300. Hey, let me check the exchange rate because it's been a roller coaster ride. I'm just kind of curious. I don't mean to bore anybody. I don't know if this affects anybody at all, except for the expats living overseas. But let me see what the dollar to Philippine peso rate is. Let's see. Where it's at. Oh, 55.58. So it looks like, so I'm getting nervous because I did predict a 55.00, even up by Christmas time, and it's hard to say whether it'll happen. Let me bring up the comment section and see who has dropped by to say hi. Oh, Prissy is here. Knit Band's in the house. I said Knit Band Roses earlier. I don't know if he wants to talk about it. Crystals is here. Jean-Zil, Jean-God. God, how I love that name. Anime Reyes. Tim Deziak, who did an excellent, very fun live stream a few hours ago. Anime Reyes is here. Who do we have? Crystal's Adventure. It's always an exciting adventure when Crystals is around, which is most of the time. I couldn't get along without Crystals. Absolutely wouldn't happen. Larice is here. Charmaine, too. Where's Charmaine 1? Mm-hmm. Every man repeats a story and repeats a story. Repeatedly is in the house. How's Jen doing? Hope she's hanging in there, Mark. Who else do we have? We have Anime Aileen Cruz official, Jaylyn Valerias. And what about the other Prissy? Manzanero. Where's Prissy Santos? Is she here? She must be here someplace, right? I'm going to have to figure out how to clear the cache on this. Not that kind of cache, not money in my wallet. I'm talking about cache memory in the computer so that it doesn't lag behind the chat so much. But I don't think I'm going to be successful. All right, let's get on with it. What am I going to talk about today? Okay, the first thing is, yes, I am going to bore you. I'm going to bore you with useless factoids, okay, today, as usual. The first factoid is that a YouTuber recently did a video where he said that the average income for an expat, the average retirement income is the way it was worded, right? Is somewhere around 46,000 per year. And I was like, what? How could that be? I went looking, I wanted to fact check that because it sounds high, or maybe the YouTuber was high. I'm not sure exactly. So I went back and I said, how could it be? Because the reason why it caught my attention is because I went back and I started looking up, I'd looked up previously what the average retirement income was for expats, right? Or no, not expats. What the average retirement income was for people living in the United States over the age of 65. And I found that number was slightly less than $28,000. Now, we're not talking about average household income, which means you might have two or three people living underneath one roof. We're talking about the average income per person living in the United States. That's per person, is about $28,000 per year. And that made sense to me. So I had to go look it up. I had to say, well, okay, now I was applying common sense to it, right? I know. Insert joke here. Since when does Dan apply common sense to any problem? Manalina's in the house. Writer Adventures here. Every man repeats the story. So then, and where did the 46,000 number come from? And then I found it. I found it. And it wasn't retirement income, it was expats employed in the Philippines. And they may have included some retirees in that number. And I found it. I found it online. It shows up repeatedly online, over and over again, in different websites. So it was some kind of thing where let's see. I think the Philippine government was keeping track, right? So that number is skewed a little bit because it's not retirement income they were referring to. It was expats working in the Philippines making a salary is 46,000 a year. So as far as using that as a retirement number, that sounded a little bit high to me. And of course, it turns out that it probably is, but we don't know. We don't know how accurate those numbers are. Abby is here. Abby Carbone is here. Shane is in the house. Shane, it's always nice to see you. And so I started digging a little bit deeper, and it was very, very interesting because I found another survey that said that in the United States it ranges. This was a survey where they sent surveys out, and it turns out that it ranged anywhere from $20,000 per year in Indiana, all the way up to, let's see, 43,080 in the District of Columbia. So that was also a survey conducted by Wise Voter from information gathered by the U.S. Census Bureau, a survey they conducted in 2020. So all this information is available on the net if you want to go look for it. Average retirement income of all states, smartasset.com, $27,617. I'm giving you the references so that you can go search it out. Quora.com, February 27, 2023. What is the average salary for expats in the Philippines? The answer, 46,000 per year. You'd be surprised. Larice, guess where they live? They live in Makati. The majority of the expats that are employed are right there in the financial district of Makati. Charam is in the house. Charam is a very charming person. Who else is here that I forgot to mention? How about Salonga? Did I see that Marian Salonga was in the house? Folks, one of our YouTube subscribers has passed away. I'm sure that you have seen that on Facebook, and I just would like to send out my condolences to her family, and I'm so sorry that this happened. Pressy is hanging in there with us. All right, it's sad me that this happened. Can't hardly believe it. It shocked me just like it shocked most of you. Let's see what Nitban has to say. Sometimes what Nitban has to say is, you should pay attention to it. The info channel said the average income for accent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right, so you had to go out there. I wasn't going to mention the name of the channel. You have to throw it out there. We should be looking at the median and not the average. Exactly right. Because see, rich folks living here in the Philippines are going to skew those numbers. That was the next thing I was going to talk about. Thanks, Nitban, for stealing my thunder once again. What a friend. I could always count on you. John Ray is here. John Ray. And we have Mike. I'm here but driving, can't text. All right, Mike. Well, that means it's I'll probably have to start saying very, very negative things about you then, since you can't respond. Mike, hey Joe, Buena Vista Dreamin', stuck in the valley. You know what valley I'm talking about. Yeah, he's stuck around where they're building the new city. In the new city, Nostradamus in the new city. Oh, there's every man repeats his story. Rich folks north of Norfolk. Exactly. So anyway, uh, okay, another good point. So do I think they're making that kind of dough? Yeah, probably they are if they're working. If they're working in Makati, is that retirement income? I don't think so. I think retirement income isn't going to be much more than what the average or the median retirement or the average retirement. I'm so confused on that, Van. Is when they did the survey in the United States. That range sounds like it's right to me. Of course, when you survey the rich areas, what that's not going to be a very fair survey. I know people that are making 75 and 80K a year in retirement, that are living right here, not too far from the center of Bye Bye City Leyte. All right, so that's one thing that I want to talk about that caught my attention. The other thing has to do with this whole personality disorder thing. That it gained a little bit of traction on YouTube. I wasn't really expecting it to happen that way. When that same channel does the whole thing on narcissistic behavior, and I said, well, if you want to see a narcissist, all you have to do is look in the mirror. I didn't think that was going to gain traction, but it did, for crying out loud. So a guy comments on that same channel and says that 90 or 95% of the expats that live in the Philippines has a personality disorder. But that was interesting to me because I think that divorced women that can't find a man in the United States, they probably uh, they probably believe that the former spouses had a personality disorder. And so, yeah, you see how I connect the dots like that? In other words, the survey says the majority of expats have a personality disorder of some type, according to their divorced wives, former spouses. Oh my gosh. That's hecka funny if you think about it. Sybil Shepherd. Sybil Shepherd once said that a woman, divorced woman over the age of 50, has about as much chance of finding a man as falling headfirst into a wood chopper. No, a wood chipper, that's it. She said that one time. She's an American woman over 50. I'm changing it up a little bit to make it sound even better. A divorced American woman over the age of 50 has about as much chance of finding a man as falling headfirst into a wood chipper. That's hysterical. She said it. Sybil Shepherd said it. Go look it up. Yes, prayers for the people of Lapu-Lapu. The fire destroyed hundreds of homes. Over 20K people are homeless, have been displaced. That was a horrible fire. It was absolutely horrible. And we're going to have to make some kind of a donation to that barangay, or quite possibly the Philippines, the Red Cross. Anne is here. Anne, nice to see you. All right. Let's move on. It is not the next topic. Is that the next? Let's see. What is this one here? Fool.com. Fool.com. They say, according to the 2022 U.S. Census Bureau survey or report, the average annual income for adults 65 and older in 2023 is 75,254 or 83,085 when adjusted for inflation. But these figures, what's the survey called or the study? CPS space ASEC. This is interesting. But these figures may include working adults earning money. Interesting. They may not just be exclusively and only retirees. The mayor has canceled the Christmas party. The money will go to the people. Good for the mayor. And that's why, are we talking about the mayor of Cebu? Are we talking about the female, the woman mayor? Very, very popular because she always does the right thing. The famous Crystal mother of 12 is in the house who needs a TV set. Hey, I do what I can to help, Mike. Yeah. That is the mayor's good move. That's right. That's what endears the people to you. All right. So the next I want to talk about, what did I want to talk about next? Okay. I talked about narcissistic personality disorder. Let me see. What does every man say? A divorced woman has as much chance of finding a man as a camel has passing through the eye of a needle. Yes, that's in the Bible, isn't it? Every man. Nipban says its household income for retirees, 70,000 per capita, is absurd. I agree. What the hell is wrong with these people? Who are they trying to impress? Who in the hell are they trying to impress, Nitban? Oh, man. It's an 88-inch. There's nothing like 88 inches to put a smile on your face, right, Crystals? That's probably bigger than any wall that you have in your house. All right, what's next to talk about? Australia! Holy crap! Folks, I just recalled that should have been number one on the news wire, right? So you folks, you Australians, if there's any listening in the background, I got to talk about this. I don't know how it's going to impact your life, but I want to relay this. I think it is a big deal, right? Actually. And who's here? Who's here? Mama Gina's in the house. Mama Gina was yesterday's video winner. Oh, I don't think I have a video to upload today unless I make something up. I'm sending 5K pesos to my brother-in-law and his family who were affected. Good on you. Good on you, Mike. I'm going to talk about things going on in Canada in a second. I got to find my notes. I have a whole bunch of notes. I don't know where I put all this information. I try and keep it stored up in my head, but sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. And I most certainly don't want to misquote. But if I do misquote, just go back to the introduction and you'll find your answer in the disclaimer. Let me see. Where is it? I have to go through my notes to find it. This is big news for Australians. This is big news. And Canada is probably next. This is change in the tax code. This is change in the tax regulation. Okay, here we go. I found it. I found it in my book of notes. By the way, I've got the Jollibee sitting here helping me out today, lending me a hand. Get it? Lending me a hand. Now, I went and I looked this up. Folks, I did not know that this Jollibee here is a vintage Jollibee toy. See the green belly? This thing is worth money. It's a collectible. Did you guys know that I did a video here on this collectible? I mean, that's amazing. That thing is worth money. Go on eBay and you'll find out. You'll see this Jollibee is commanding big dollars. It's the one with the green belly. I didn't know. It was sitting in a 7-Eleven store in Ilongos. I saw it and I said, that is the cutest dang Jollibee that I've ever seen. I want it. And so I negotiated my senior discount for that. And I walked away with this fine vintage Jollibee toy. I don't even believe they knew what they had. I don't believe they knew what they had. Animes, sharing her love and excitement with the crowd. Good morning, Sir Dan. Lexi Vlog is here. Lex, I love going into your onlines. I love lurking. I'm in there more times than you would imagine that you could think. Yeah, I know you're probably thinking, well, you're a busy guy. Yeah, I am, but I take time out. I take time out to visit channels, see what everybody's doing. I know I should be ashamed of myself for not going in there and letting you know that I'm there, right? Michelle Lozada's here. Pacquiao Mertz in the house. Pacquiao Mertz. Did you find? Hey, Pacquiao Mertz, did you find your winnings? I didn't send them. Sometimes I'll send to the PayPal, and sometimes I'll send to your Gcash, right? And so I think on those winnings, that video winner thing, I think I sent it to your Gcash. Let me know if you didn't get the money. I have the number. I have the Gcash number that I sent it to. I hope I didn't make a mistake, and send it to some uh, some stranger. But it's okay. You just send me your Gcash phone number if you didn't get it, and I'll send off. I'll take another shot at it. All's fair. All's fair when it comes to love and war and money. Yep. Let's see what else. All right, let's get on with it. So you have okay. Let's talk about the United States first, right? The United States has this tax code, right? It is citizenship based tax code. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. You're going to pay taxes and you're going to be required to file an income tax every single year in the United States, no matter what. You don't get off the hook. But until today, there were a couple of countries, one of them being Australia, that was what's known as a residential taxation state or country, which means that if you did not live as a resident inside Australia, you weren't required to pay taxes on the income. So all you had to do was roam around. And it's quite possible that you spent 3 months here, 3 months in Australia, 3 months in the Philippines, 3 months in Malaysia, 3 months in Cambodia, 3 months in Thailand. As long as you were gone the majority of the year, you didn't become a tax resident of any country. Oftentimes it requires you to live there for 6 months. Then you weren't obligated to pay any taxes. And from what I understand, this is the same thing that they got going on in Canada, according to this news article I was reading. Canada, you can leave the country um, and live abroad, and you would not be taxed. Okay, but you would be taxed, of course, for your earnings that are made in the country that you're living in. Okay, so here's what Australia has said. Australia, this is sort of like the crack in the armor, if you will, right? I can't find it, Bo, but it's okay. Maybe notifications are down. Oh my goodness gracious! Well, send me your Gmail, your Gcash number. Please send it to me so I have it. I have it for next time. I don't make the same mistake. So let's talk about it. What Australia is saying in this new tax code change simply is, and what probably Canada will be doing also, and I'm probably not right about this. Well, if you have disability, you're tax exempt, no matter what, right? Hey, 123 Tarl is here. I hope all things are going well for you, Tarl. I hope your health is good. Let's talk about it, right? All right. What Australia is saying is that if you haven't established yourself as a tax resident in another country while living abroad, so let's take Thailand, since I've talked about this before concerning Thailand. So if you go to Thailand, it takes 6 months in a 12-month period, according to NITBAM, and of course Thailand tax law, to become a tax resident. So you spend 6 months there, and then you're obligated to abide by their tax system, which is a progressive tax. I don't know if Australia has a progressive tax system or not. Okay, and then what ends up happening is this. Then you don't have to pay taxes to Australia. So the change in the tax code, they say now that if you don't establish yourself as a tax resident in any other country while living abroad, you must now pay as though you were living in Australia and you never left. So there. So now you guys are all going to have to figure out, oh crap. You guys that have been doing this, a lot of YouTubers do this, right? They don't become a tax resident of any country. And I know a couple of Australian YouTubers that use this rule to avoid paying taxes. They make an okay, decent living, on YouTube. I make a little bit more money. By the way, if you want to go in and take a look at Keys One's latest video where he talks about his income on YouTube, right? I mean, it just goes to show you how big your channel has to be in order to make a living. And then also go in and see and take a look at Sunshine Shoulders' latest video where he talks about, I may have to sell the house and get off YouTube because his wife is getting tired of him. She's getting tired of being a public figure, right? Which I understand. Everybody has to be on the same page, right? But these guys were using this. They were using this to their advantage. So they were moving around to different countries so they wouldn't establish themselves as a tax resident. And then you pay no taxes anywhere. And if you go into, what is it, the Nomadic Capitalist, you will get all this information, that you need, for becoming a free, tax-free, nomadic capitalist, which is impossible. So I never worried about it. I worry about becoming a tax resident in another country because it's, I worry about that because it's a pain in the ass. Minis, no, what do you know? There's a lot of paperwork involved. I don't want to deal with all this crap. One of the reasons why Thailand wouldn't be a good fit for me because I don't want to deal with any of this stuff. I don't want to have to figure out what I owe taxes. Do I owe taxes? I don't owe taxes. Based on their progressive tax system, did I pay enough taxes in the United States where I don't have to get hammered by taxes in Thailand if I become a tax resident? So, I mean, this is just the beginning of the end for, in my opinion, for nomads, for digital nomads. This is like the crack in the armor that's going to pick up speed all over the world, So it's been the United States game for a long time, and we're used to it. We're used to getting screwed. But now you have Australia changing the rules so you can't take advantage, of the tax code. Now you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay, and you're going to have to figure out, because Thailand would be out, right? Because Australia doesn't have a progressive tax system. I don't know what it's like, right, Lex? I don't know what it's like. But if they don't have a progressive tax system, and then you establish yourself as a tax resident in Thailand, then you're going to be paying the progressive tax in Thailand. And it's just, you have to file both places and let both places know that you're a tax resident of Thailand, right? In order to get a break, but it's not really, you're not really getting a break. You're getting screwed no matter which way. See, the reason why this is happening is because you have a decline, no matter what anybody tells you. Listen to Dan be known, right? Just take a few moments and listen to me. The whole world is changing this way. Look at the demographics, look at the people that are working. Folks, it's a lie that wages have kept up with the rate of inflation. That's number one. It is a bold-faced lie. And why they keep trying to sell us this crap? Why do they keep trying to sell us this crap that crap that poop smells like roses? I just don't get it. I don't get it. If Walmart reports that their year over year end sales increased by 2.4%, what is the net increase in store to store sales that have been open a year or more? I mean, common sense would tell you without even having to research it that they are in the toilet, that they actually lost sales when you factor in inflation. And even if you believe the lie in the United States that inflation is holding strong at 4.5% or whatever it is, I think now it's at zero, right? What lies? They're spinning yarn, folks. It isn't true. It isn't true. And of course, why is it important to people that live in the Philippines? Because every move they make in the United States impacts the Philippines because we are married to each other. I mean, the dollar and the Philippine peso, they're like this. They're married. You can't get any closer than that. You cannot get any closer than that. Select says, hello, Mike. I know. I'm falling behind in the chat. I'm falling behind. Mike should start his own vlog. He's a very popular guy. It looks like Tim did fairly well last night on his vlog. Every man says Nitban is the best international finance consultant I've retained him for my empire. Nitban, if I weren't so dialed into what's going on, I would hire Nitban myself. I don't think you'll be disappointed with Nitban's advice. Don't take his advice on relationships, though. I need to caution you against that. It's a good thing that you're married. Yeah, I don't take relationship advice from Nitban. Our former president orders Philippines not to pay our taxes. Does he violate the rule? Oh, well, here's the whole thing about that, right? So here's how I love this system, by the way. Chris, I'm just going to flat out admit it. I like the VAT system, right? If the United States were to go to a value-added tax, that's what VAT stands for, then we wouldn't have to be filing income tax returns and all this other crap, because the majority of the money would be coming through VAT revenues. And so that means you don't need an internal revenue service. You don't need a revenuer knocking on your door and saying, somebody reported that you are trying to skirt us and not pay your fair share. Can we see your tax returns for the last couple of years? And then you kind of are looking like a bird. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Tax returns? What are those? See, with the VAT, they're collecting up front. And that means that even organized crime, members, and they have to pay because they're paying through the VAT. So if you're going and buying anything, anything that falls underneath that the VAT, the value added tax, then you're paying your fair share, and that's why I like the VAT. And so, of course, the Internal Revenue Service and others, they're not going to go for that idea. They're going to be out of a job. The career bureaucrats in the United States wouldn't go for that because they make their living auditing people. They make their living collecting up the taxes. They're not going to go for that. I love value-added tax. Love it, love it, love it. I love the name Mangay also. Absolutely love it. Aries UK is in the house. Thank you for joining us, Aries UK. Oh, by the way, I met a guy. So we were in the Dunkin' and we met. We met a guy. He's living in Cebu with his girlfriend. It turns out that my wife and his girlfriend grew up with each other. I think somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where she said, if it was Marcos or some other province. But anyway, some other barangay, but she knew her. And so I kind of recognized her. I've seen her before. And she said she was a little shy to come up and say hi. But when my wife returned from doing errands, I was sitting there all by myself. staring at the woman, probably making her a little bit shy and nervous because I was trying to figure out if I knew her or not and where I knew her from. Then Man Minnie comes in and says, "Yes, of course you know her. This is my childhood friend, you know?" And so it looks like she's hooked up with the foreigner. But anyway, the whole point is he was very well read, very intelligent, very well traveled. And anytime I brought up any of this crap, he knew exactly what I was talking about. And so, it's the first time I've actually run into somebody where I feel like, I've met my intellectual match, which shouldn't be a very, very difficult thing to do, right? He knew no matter what I brought up, he knew about it. And then he was sharing additional information with me. It was fabulous. It was absolutely fabulous. So I really like him. I really, really, I really like him. Every man, you should have hired me for your bait and switch cruise project. I specialize in financing for criminals. That was pretty funny. Nitban, you're killing it today. Yes, your name's very unique. But listen, it fits you because you're a very unique person. And so, of course, if you don't know, I have met Menge before. Of course, anybody who's anybody, I try and get with them, So 26, what do we have? 26 million people in the house. So anyway, I thought I'd throw that out there. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I don't know if all that information is accurate or not. It doesn't seem like it is. It just seems like it's garbage. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Pumpkin Joe is here. Pumpkin Joe, if this is about taxing YouTubers, I'll just demonetize my channel. Doesn't pay much anyway. Exactly. And so that's why I never monetize. I don't want this headache. I'd rather not mess around with this headache, But I think it is. See, in the case of course, I've been criticized for saying this. So what else is new? But in the case of Thailand, my conclusion is they simply don't want Westerners there. Of course, I always step in it, and Nitban called me on it the last stream, right? I always step in the big pile. And so I just play right into Nitban's hands, right? Where he starts talking about, oh, Dan, it's not about the tax. Well, it's true. It's not really about the tax. It's about the importing of Western culture. They simply don't want us going in there and screwing everything up. And so instead of saying, hey, Westerners, come in here and spend all your money, have a great time, go see some Buddhas and some temples, then go home, they tax you out of existence, but they're not taxing the rich out of existence. If you're a rich foreigner, no matter what country you go to, you're always going to be welcome. They just don't want the rest of everybody else going in there. If you got money, you're going to have to put up the money in order to get a retirement visa. You're going to have to pay for it. And so, but I don't have the money. I don't have the desire to do that. That's number one. I don't, even if I had the desire, still wouldn't do it. I'm a cheap bastard. I wouldn't do it. I'd rather share the money with you guys out there. Larry Lee is in the house. Hello, everyone. So anyway, but of course, somebody making $1,800 a month isn't going to go there. Yeah, I mean, they'll go there, but not now. They want your money. They're gonna figure out a way to get rid of you. I think this is one of the reasons why, if you go on YouTube, the big deal now is Cambodia, right? Everybody's doing videos from Cambodia. Well, of course, they have a more friendly tax scheme in Cambodia, and it's cheaper to live there. By far cheaper to live in Cambodia than it is in the Philippines or Thailand. People think Thailand's such this great place, but my observations, yeah, of course I like infrastructure improvement. Folks, there are workarounds for just about everything, I did one on the generator. That's a workaround here in the Philippines. I have all the comforts of home here. We have a brownout every once in a while. So what? It doesn't last very long. We just go out there and fire up the generator. We had it running for 8 hours. We had an 8 hour brownout the other day. I don't worry about stuff like that. I realize that a majority of Filipinos can't afford a generator. Well, what we're talking about here is we're talking about, a Westerner not being used to, um, brownouts, these different things. But trust me, it's coming to a country near you. Trust me. You will get used to brownouts if you live in the States. You will. Yes. You better get used to them. And then you won't care about such nonsense when you come to the Philippines. Yeah, it's inconvenient. I didn't say it wasn't inconvenient, it is. But Filipinos are used to it. They're used to having brownouts. In Dumaguete, they're used to having brownouts 2 or 3 times a day, right, every man? Aren't you having brownouts like every 10 minutes? It's a brownout, a brownout, a brownout. How in the hell can you even still live there in that fine, luxurious apartment that you've got overlooking the ocean? Ah, I doubt that. For D, gaming is here. Thanks for sharing it out. Moelma is here. Moelma, what's on the menu for today? Oh my goodness gracious. Come on. Where's that 30? Give me a number. Give me a number so we can draw. Give me that 30. Where are you guys going? Give me that 30. We're ready. We're ready to draw. But we need a couple more people in here. We still need 30. I don't think I've hit 30. I don't think I've hit 30. No, 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 no. So you know the rules. Oh yeah, I break my own rules. Yeah. Listen, the whole thing's changing again after the first of the year. Folks, I got a little this is a new one, by the way. It's not like it's a new kudos from YouTube, where they sent me a sticker, right? When you go into your analytics, oh, there it is. Thank you for activating your Ninja accounts. So they give you how you go into analytics and it'll give you a little message, right? Congratulations, Mr. Dan. Well, I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go in and see what the big YouTuber performers are doing. But I hit 65,000 views in a 28-day period, folks. 65,000 views, and I'm approaching 700 watch hours. Now I know for some of you, like Pinky Gray's pink here, that's nothing. That's like a drop in the bucket. Dan, call me when you're getting 1,000 subscribers a month, and then I'm gonna blink and say, oh, he's doing all right. I'm averaging something like 150 and 160 new subscribers per month, but not so much lately. The last few days, I'm only getting like 5. I got 7 one day. That was my best day. I got 2 so far today. Thanks for blowing up that video today. That short video I posted on the pedicabs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What do you think made that video go? Value added tax. You're so cynical, Crystals. You're so cynical. But hey, thanks for blowing up my latest short. That was it. So here I am downtown Bible. I'm going, you know what? I'm observing the pedicab drivers. We're taking a few to get around. We get downtown. I like to, I like to share the wealth. I said, those pedicab drivers, they work hard. They're in great shape. They're skinning all that. They're riding the pedicab all day. So I was telling Man Minnie, let's just take pedicabs all day. And then the creative instinct hits me. I need to do something. I need to put up a short that, puts the pedicab drivers at center stage. And so it worked out really good. What did I get? I get 1,000 views in the first 2 hours, something like that. That's why the channel's blowing up, folks. It's because of the short videos. You have to have an instinct. You have to have a killer instinct when it comes to short videos. A lot of people thinking that, Dan, you must be knocking yourself out coming up with ideas, but I am not. I'm telling you, I'm just a naturally creative person. I know it's hard. It's hard for people to imagine that there's creativity inside. Of course, once per day in the morning, the creativity gets comes out of me. It just comes to me like that, you know. Oh man, that would make a great video. You should see the stuff I have coming. You should see the stuff that I already have in the can. Pardon that. I apologize. I apologize if you haven't done your morning routine or your evening routine. I do apologize. But anyway, I'm just saying that no, it doesn't take a lot of time. I just get an inspiration or idea and then I just do it. You know, what about the soft serve ice cream? What about that one? You know, you guys, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm being throttled or something. No, not that kind of throttling. Because if you guys notice, I hit 2.5K and then I get shut down. I'm not saying it's done deliberately, but I just noticed. So I'm going like a bat out of hell to 2.5K. And then all of a sudden I hit it. And then I noticed that in the algorithm that all of a sudden I'm being throttled. You know, it just throttles down. You know, I'm getting a view a minute. Boop, 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 just like that. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. You know, and then all night I won't get 100 views in order to pump that video up. I don't care. 2.5, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Do the math. That's a lot of views. That's what I'm all about. I'm all about the views. I'm all about the views. I thought we kept wives in a pit in the basement and it put, well, I didn't know we were going to be sharing our own personal uh, Tarl. You need to keep that stuff to yourself, you know. All right. I'm not sure what Pacquiao Mertz is laughing at, you know. I miss your humor in the videos. Yeah. Yeah. Nipan, you're killing me. He's as dry as a bone, you know. This stone over here that's in front of me has more of a sense of humor than every man. You are hilarious. Yeah, Nipan has a very subtle, a very dry sense of humor, but he's always able to drive home the point, you know, that he's trying to make. All right, Man Minnie, where are you? Man Minnie. I hear her say, yes, I'm here. She'll be here in a minute. Time to draw a winner. They're tired of hearing me. You know, they're tired of listening to my crap. Let's get them out of here with some money in their pocket. By the way, Mamie, give me one moment. Come on over here. I just want to say that you have the contest, right? The contest is All I Want for Christmas Is. And you guys have sent me some great ones.
Hi, everybody.
But we only have a few more days for this contest. The cutoff for the contest is December 19th at 10 p.m. Make no mistake about it. December 19th at 10 p.m. is the cutoff. All I Want for Christmas Is.
Pam.
you guys are
Yes,
being.
I give you a pam here.
You're very, very creative. You're very, very creative in your suggestions to me. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. All right. A couple of you are off the hook in your suggestions. A couple of you, I won't be able to. I might declare you the winner, but I won't be able to repeat what you said. All right, Daisy Lynn is in the house. Oh, by the way, if you haven't been over to Daisy Lynn's channel, you need to get over there.
Hi, Daisy Lynn.
You need to get over there and be
Beautiful
entertained. Yes, you need to get over there and be entertained. I could hardly
The
wait.
cereal here.
I can hardly wait till we get up north again so we could stop by and say hello to Daisy Lynn Castro and Filipina Raquel.
Yeah.
Those two have been on my bucket list for such a long time. It would be such a pleasure to go over and buy those folks a meal over at the Jollibee of their choice. Yes. Yes, indeed. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it happens soon. I think it is because man, Minnie and I were working it out. We're working out that we're going to be traveling. We're going to be, listen, we're not going to be hanging around here after the first of the year. We're going to be here for New Year's celebration. Let everything calm down. Let the airfares go down a little bit. Oh, I didn't tell you. I have a really, really good friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a couple of years since retirement. 3 years, I think. And he contacts me on Facebook, and he's living in Thailand, in Pattaya, somewhere around there. You know, one of the beaches along in that area, I believe it's south of Pattaya. And so we're going to be hooking up probably sometime in the second week of February. Today, man, Minnie and I, where are we headed to go do a vlog? Where at?
We're going to Punpunan.
How do you say that again?
Punpunan Church.
I'm afraid to say it, right?
Church in Punpunan.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
So we're going to be going there, and we're going to be seeing an old church in the barangay there. And for some reason, they go there. There's a pilgrimage that happens there on the 13th of every month, and I'm not sure exactly why. Let's see. I won't let Brownette ruin my retirement. That's right. I don't even think about it. You know, just flush it. If it's brown, flush it. What did I just say? Where did that come from? If it's brown, flush it. Oh my gosh. See, I told you guys I was full of it. All right. Ramel Guapo, hi. Are you ready? Wait. Are you sure? We have a couple of newbies in here. Maybe there's beginner's luck that's going to happen. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. Don't say the number. Let me look first to see who it is. I'm not sure if we've ever pulled this number before. Oh my God. No, this is here.
See you soon.
All right. This one here, I don't think she's here because she's in school, and we pulled her number a couple of times, and she's never here, you know, but once in a while she's listening in the background, but I don't think she's here today, right? That's number 9. That's number 9. Angelica Canalada. And I know she needs the money because she's a student. Number 9. Angelica Canalada must be present to win. Number 9. Second call out. Angelica Canalada must be present to win. A great supporter. I wish you were here. Number 3, student, older student. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Angelica Canalada, third call out, must be present to win. Angelica Canalada, number 9, say present, must be present to win. She's a full-time student, folks. I doubt that she's here. I feel badly about it. Final call out for Angelica Canalada. Must be present to win. Oh, my goodness. All right. Okay, Angelica, I'll probably hear from you later. All right, let's go. Pick a winner. What? I'm not sure who that. Let's see who we got here. I got to look it up. I got to get out my list. List. I haven't seen Lander 1 in the chat. Today. Number 49, Lander 1, Sir Luke. May the force be with you. Number 49, first call out. Must be present to win. Sir Luke, you're here, but Lander 1 is the one we're looking for. Am I going to go ahead and let you win the money? Sir Luke is here. Lander 1. Oh my gosh, I think Sir Luke. Lander 1. Say present. See, I think I messed it up because I said Sir Luke, right? Lander 1. Second call out. There it is. You made it. Yeah. Sir Luke. All right. Sir Luke, are you taking the money? I could send it to your PayPal. I could send it to your PayPal and got no problem. Or if you have GCash in Australia, be happy to send it there. Landers will let me know. Lander 1 will let me know what he wants me to do with the money. Oh, wait, there it is. Lander says donate to Moelma. Compliments of Lander 1. You are today's peso 300 winner. Congratulations. Very generous of you, Lander. Very generous. All right, folks. Larry, you're here. Why don't you go ahead and sign us out?
Oh, yeah, Sir Larry.
Sir Larry, give us your words of wisdom.
How are you?
And lead us out. Lead us out of this chat in prayer, if you wouldn't mind. There we go. There it is. I have to wait for it to show up here because I'm behind in the chat. Larry says, remember to be kind to each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe and healthy. Plus, always try to have fun. And those are definitely words to live by. Everybody, have a great day. And I think, I'm not sure if my video that we're going to do today is going to go up this afternoon. I'm going to try and make it so that we can have a video winner. Everybody take care. Bye-bye.
Guys,
We're out. Thanks for coming. We really appreciate your support. We'll see you tomorrow or on the next one. Bye-bye. We're out in 5.